Hello and welcome to the Super Mario 64 120 star beginner walkthrough. This is a segmented run that I made that uses what I would consider to be beginner friendly strategies. This run is done on the Wii Virtual Console version of the game with the NTSC region. That's the current fastest version to run the game on. If you're interested in watching the full uncut video without all the pauses that I'll be doing, there'll be a link in the description of the video you are watching. This run was done on Usumune, so that's why you'll see the input display and the timer. You can't actually use it for normal runs, so it's just for a resource. But I highly recommend using it for practicing though. I think that's just about it. Let's get started. Hopefully I did that right. Now, timing starts on the reset on your console. So if you're on Wii or N64, press the reset button and that's when you start your timer. If you're on emulator, I believe you just click reset in the top corner in file or something. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think we should be good to get started. There we go, time starts there.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Okay, so make sure file A, that also I think is a bit loud.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you.
Okay.
Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Yeah, there's no music and you'll see the input display. That's because I used Usumune just to make it a little bit easier on me and hopefully on you. You won't have to listen to the music if you're watching this run to practice. I also see the edited in star counter because of how I did the splicing in that. Sometimes the star counts didn't match up, so I just edited over it. So it'll be correct. You'll see it here shortly. There we go. Here we go. So skip through the text box. What you want to do here is kick upright, and I like long jumping. You can see this little dot here. That's my visual cue, that little dot there, and that lines me up pretty well. Jump dive, and you can get Lakitu skip. You can line it up pretty well. Just long jump on the left half of this bridge here, and you should get it most of the time at least. And that eliminates any need for intro skip, because you can do Lakitu skip every time if you know what you're doing. So, once you enter Mario Cam, so the camera pans around, skip the text box, hold up, long jump, jump dive into the door and roll out into the door. Then long jump forward twice into BOB. We're going to go for bomb clip now. So C left, C down, skip the text and long jump this way. And do your jump dives. Turn the camera on the bridge and long jump over here. Now grab the bomb. I won't do a full guide on bomb clip because there's already plenty of guides. Just search on YouTube. Basically, you want to do a double jump and grab the bomb and then throw it into the gate. The bomb will push you back. That's the only time you have to do that trick in this run, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I should probably keep this moving so this video is not 10 hours long. There's our first star. Okay, hold down right, long jump into the door. Hold down, long jump over the gate. Walk around and roll out into the Womp Store. Long jump into the painting. Okay, so the first star we do here is cannonless. So what you want to do here, I'll give you a little guide on how to do this here. What you want to do is ledge grab sort of around about that point. Try and get him in the center of this point here and this point on the brick here. That's what usually works. You can have a little look at his shadow there. See where Mario's shadow is? That usually works pretty well for me. If you aim for that spot, then that usually works pretty well for me. Then backflip, don't move the stick at all. You'll land on the plank, then you want to see left until you look like this. Punch once, holding neutral, and then you want to slowly inch your way down until you ledge grab. Then what you want to do is see right and see left quickly. And then hold up and then hold directly down on the stick. So he'll get up and instantly turn around on his own. So just hold up and then hold down the rest of the way. And then you should get it every time. Drogi has a good tutorial on Canalus if you are interested. Definitely worth doing. Okay, now we've got 100 coins plus reds. So I believe I got normal cycle in this video. Just sort of follow the movement I'm doing. See, I made many mistakes and I'll still get the cycle, as you'll see. Be careful not to grab the star here. Okay, this is the annoying, this is probably the harder part, but it's definitely worth doing. So hold upright with this camera angle, and make sure you buffer that kick there, so you land on the slope. And then you'll do a jump kick through the fence. That kick is a bit easier than it looks. It's not that hard, to be honest, this trick. Like, see how far I was back? See, I was nowhere near the fence and it still clipped me through, so it's way more lenient than it looks. And then if you make this cycle, I made it with plenty of time left over, you saw all those mistakes I made. Let's just stand on the corner here, turn the camera, and then long jump upright, bounce on the piranha, and wall kick off this wall here. Then hopefully if you make it back enough, if you make it back fast enough, the blue coin shouldn't go off the edge. You should be able to get it every time, because there's not enough time for it to go off the edge. You can get that blue coin from that piranha plant if you want, if you've missed too many coins, but I don't bother in this run. Okay.
Here we go.
The Womps 100's pretty easy start, to be honest, if you just take it slow. I believe in you.
Here we go.
You can miss 3 coins with that route. And you'll still have enough to get the end. Okay. Now we've got Wild Blue. Pretty easy. You sort of kick upright and do a side flip down and then move into the tree. And you'll sort of face that way and then you can adjust your angle. It's a good bit faster than just long jumping into the tree from the start. And make your way here. And just do that sort of stuff. Pretty straightforward. Alright, now we've got Womp King. Okay, so I decided to do this strat instead, where you don't run up, where you don't go up this slope here. You can long jump into this like slope here and walk your way up, and then when you get to the top, turn and jump onto the edge. That saves a couple of seconds, and since you do it twice, it might be worth it, but I didn't bother here. I figure it's a bit too precise. That strat is perfectly fine, it's not that much slower. It'll cut down your Womps resets at least. Okay, now if you do it right, like I did there, you'll land on this square. It's a dark square. And yeah, it's this one. Once you do it enough, you'll know where the square is and you'll be able to manipulate it. So just sort of watch how I did that fight. You'll be able to... I'll get the star without having to move. Okay, top of the fortress. Same sort of deal for getting up to the top there. I did that sort of loop around. So this is important here. Turn the camera here, because what that'll do is activate this thing here. This platform here. will start to go in, so you'll be able to get to it a bit quicker. So stand about here, and once it's about to come out, do a triple jump dive, and you should land up here each time. So it's pretty straightforward if you do the strat that I just did there, because this thing only starts moving once you're looking at it. And then I like to do the side flip dive once the platform is about halfway up this white thing here. So jump about there, good. And make your way into the star. Right. The final star, the owl star. We do of course wake up the owl in this run because you shouldn't be doing owls until like sub 150 at least. So what you want to do here is ensure you're holding neutral for a little bit. So see how I've got control of Mario now. I'm just sort of standing there for a moment before jumping into the owl. What that'll do is prevent you from getting shot off into the distance. Once you let go of the owl, you'll stop. You won't have any conserved momentum. Meaning, you can just land straight on the star here. If you're scared, you can ground pound onto the star if you aim your shadow above it, but if you don't have any conserved speed, it shouldn't matter. You should just be able to aim Mario into the star like that. Now we've got the fun stage. We'll start with Aquarium. This side flip is a bit obnoxious, so I recommend turning the camera so you can actually see it a little bit better. A bit of an obnoxious side flip. Now for swimming, if you didn't know, you can use either visual or audio cues. You don't just hold A to swim, of course. So I like to use the audio cues, and eventually I just get into a rhythm. Okie doke.
Here we go!
This is an updated one, Andrew. So no problem. Also, good luck, Dustin. Well, this is the same splice run, however, it is... I just actually finished it by adding information and like a timer and such. It was very unfinished. Okay, so what was I doing here? So sit down when you enter and long jump. Try and avoid running on this side of the cannon because it's quite slow, unless you can actually make it onto this side. So it's probably safer just to aim for this part of the cannon and then walk down slightly to be able to get this as far as possible into the water. And then do your swimming. Okay, so we're not going to do ship clip here. The way you want to do this is try and get as close to the eel as you can. Like, just to guarantee that he'll come out. You don't have to get as close as I did there, but swim to the eel and swim up. Then what I like to do, the cue that I used here was, you can see this rock on the left of the screen. This rock right here. Once that goes off screen, he's out. And you can get in there every time. Found that to be pretty safe. Well, I hope this can help you. Okay, if you're fast enough, you can get a swim animation here. But I, of course, didn't. I just wanted to prioritize consistency. You can, of course, just sit and camp under the star for the water to drain out, but you don't have to. You can do that little swag strat I just did there. Save a bit of time if you want. Okay, so we've got the chest star now. I don't see enough people going for this, like, clip, which is very sad. I believe I did it in this run. Yeah, I did. So, this big fucking white thing here. Oh, I probably shouldn't swear in this. This big white patch here, if you punch in it, you'll clip straight into this thing. It's very easy. If you do it too late, most of the time you'll sort of punch up a bit and still warp through. Just aim for this big white blob here and punch once you get to it, and you'll be able to get in every time. Easy. It's not too hard. If you're familiar with the getting to like the top of the tower in Womps, where you long jump into the slope and jump off, it's pretty much the same sort of thing as that. So if you long jump up the slope and can do a U-turn around, it's pretty good. And if you don't get it, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I like to Mario cam here and weave my way through the pillars. So you don't want to be jump kicking through this. You just want to be walking because you'll lose frames when jump kicking.
Here we go.
Okay. Alright, through the jet stream. This one is a little bit silly, but sadly you do have to do this strat. There really isn't an alternative because you don't have the metal cap yet. Fortunately, it's not that hard. That is a good idea, Bushdan, thanks. I will be doing that from now on. Okay, so through the jet stream. This jet stream, if you come at it from the angle you did, it pushes you left every time. So you sort of want to aim upright. And if you just have good swimming timings, you should make it every time. But it always pushes you left.
Here we go.
I have confidence that you'll be able to get that one. And you sort of have to do it because you don't have the metal cap yet. So there really isn't an alternative. But I believe in you. Okay, so hundreds and reds. This is a bit of an annoying one. There's some annoying things in this one. You can only miss one coin unless you want to get some Goombas. There's 104 coins in this level. So you can miss one of them and all 3 Goombas. And still have enough. That is a good idea. I will do that. Okay, so I decided to just take these clams easy and just wait for them to open. So you want to collect 5 coins in this ring. So you can collect 3 on the way out. Okay, make sure you don't miss any of these blues, because you'll have to restart the whole stage. Or the whole star, I mean. Okay, just try not to get hit by these things. Okay, yeah, that was a little mistake there. This run's not perfect. I did my best to try and get a good demonstration, though. So you can collect these 3 now pretty easily. The coin hitbox, or Mario's hitbox, extends a bit up above him. So if, when in doubt, swim lower than you think if you're trying to grab something underwater, because the hitbox extends more up than you might think. Okay, now, this, I probably shouldn't have done this, but you can mash B to punch up this thing here. It's better just to swim up, so I would recommend just swim up normally after you collect those coins in the ring. Okay, just collect these 2 coins in the shells. Okay, now try not to talk to the bomb again. It's pretty easy to talk to him again. So there's the... I intentionally missed a coin because I got all of them up to this point. Now, depending on your ship cycle, you might have to wait a minute or so, but Eventually, you'll be able to control the ship cycle. And here we are. How convenient is that the red coin star is right here? It's almost like it's intended to do this. It's almost like we planned it so this would happen. Okay, blast to the stone pillar. The reason you want to do this one first is because if you miss this shot, you can do it again. It'll swim to the eel, which we'll do in the next star. So make sure you do this one first, just in case you miss this shot. Okay, so the trick that I used, make sure I get this, is to sort of aim. You can see where this corner of the cloud is. That's where you sort of want to shoot. Or you want to, position that lower triangle. I always put it in terms of this bottom triangle here. So aim this bottom triangle roughly at the corner of this cloud, and you should make it every time. And turn around. If you're playing on N64 or emulator and you're playing on JP, there's no box there, the star's just there. I did not use an ESS adapter in this run, no. I just used a standard GameCube controller. Okay, now that the cannon's open, be careful not to go into it. So you do have to go onto the side there. And this is the star that you would do if you missed that last shot. So you just swim over to the eel and do this star, and then go back in and do that star again. Okay, so I do 4 little swipes and then start swimming. So you'll see him, if I go back a bit. So do 1 swipe, 2 swipes, 3 swipes, 4 swipes, go. And then you'll hit the star each time. When in doubt, go earlier than you might think, because he's gonna pull the star into you. And there's JRB. Okay. I believe that was a 14-12 JRB, which I was quite surprised at that. Okay, so now we're going to do secret slide in under 21 seconds. So just do this slide in under 21 seconds, however you can. I'll show you the trick, or I'll show you a little setup that I came up with. So what I like to do is sort of go to the left a little bit, just to make it a bit more consistent. So sort of go to the left of these coins here. Then I can go straight, and then when I'm about here, I hold up left and aim for this brick here. And then turn, and then you'll sort of turn around like this. So once you hit the brick, swoop around, and you'll be facing backwards. And then guide him around until about here. You'll bounce off that wall, and then you'll jump over the edge, and then dive when you're sort of close to the ground. Close enough so you won't take any damage. And then if you're good, you can hit the edge of the slide, and you'll get a little boost this way. And then 12.8. And then hold down and mash A, and you should roll out straight into the star. That saves like 10 seconds each time over going down the slide normally. So we're going to do it again here. This one, you don't have to do it in under 21 seconds. So go to the left a little bit. Hold upright, aim for that brick. Guide him around, and then hit that wall and jump off. And dive into the barrier. And then make your way to the end. We've got another 12.8. This time, what you want to do is press A when you're under this star here, and you should roll out straight under the box. And land straight under the box, and you should be able to ground pound.
Here we go!
Okay. Now, you just see up when you're ready. Or when you can, I mean. Okay. So, I recommend you always go for this, no matter what. That is correct. What Andrew said is if you mess up slide skip, intentionally finish over 21 seconds so you don't get the 4-second star spawn cutscene. Yes, that's very true. If you're about to get like a 20-second star or like a 20-second one and you've already collected the 21-second star, I'll just do it over 21 seconds to save some time. So I recommend you always go for these 2 red coins first because you'll have a lot of speed coming out of it. I intentionally missed it in this guide just to demonstrate. But if you get it, then you obviously save time. If you don't get it, you are still very fast. I believe it's actually faster to to go for it and miss it than just to fly around. Or at least it's very close. It's very worth going for those 2 coins, even if you miss it. Okay. And also, if you get it, you'll, of course, be on the other side. So you'll end up landing over around here, because the last coins would be up here, but the coins were on this side. The last coins that we collected are on this side. So we have to sort of make our way around here. So this would be also a lot more convenient as well if you got those first 2 coins. But if you do a double jump off the star thing, and then land on the star, you'll skip the little text box from getting the win cap.
Here we go!
Which is kind of cool. Okay. Hold up right, long jump up the stairs, and go into Bowser in the Dark World. Now, I believe I got normal cycle in this. I'm not too sure, because I did these segments over like 6 months ago or something. So, I do believe it was normal cycle though. Okay, so you just sort of wait here. You can go for the turnaround if you want, but I didn't bother. Okay, now I played that very, very risky, but this is easier than you might think. The flame hitbox is pretty small around the outside, or sorry, towards the end on the outside. So you just sort of land on the box like this, turn the camera, and then jump over. With a bit of practice, that's not too hard. It's easier than it looks, I promise. Long jump over this. Okay, and try and make whatever cycle you can. Just try and make your way up here as fast as you can. And if you need to, land here and then jump back up onto this platform here. If you can see that this is kind of close, but if you're fast enough, you should be able to just long jump over to this red coin platform. Now that little move there, looks scary, but it's actually not that scary at all. I'll show you why. So you're in this angle here. Once you land about here, what you want to do is hold up and then use the camera to guide you. So once you land on the platform, do 2 quick C lefts, and you'll turn around very quickly. Very nice. So get here, hold up, C left twice, and then you can do 2 long jumps to land about here. That was normal cycle. Normal cycle refers to what cycle these ones are on. So Shigeru cycle, you'll make it in time for this platform here. But normal cycle will just land on here. And if you need to, of course, just wait for this one to come around. Just wait for the next one to come around if you're new. It's not that big of a deal. It's 4 seconds for each cycle, I believe. Okay, roll out and roll off over this edge here and grab this 1 coin here. Be careful of the Goombas. And then grab the star. If you can avoid it, don't grab that ledge. You can do a kick, which will avoid you grabbing the ledge. Now, if I was funny, I should have spliced in a Bowser dance just because why not, but yeah, just grab his tail and spin him into the bomb. Try not to miss. And then grab the coin and you're out of here. Okay, B.O.B. Probably one of the harder levels in this run. Don't worry, I'll get you through it. Our reason we couldn't do BOB at the start is because we didn't have wing cap, which we absolutely need. So now we're just going to finish up BOB because we have the wing cap that we needed. So we're going to do the Bomb King now, of course. Okay, this is... I debated whether or not to actually include this, but this is not that hard, I promise. So what I did there was turn the camera like this, hold up around about here, hold forward until you ledge grab, wall kick, and then just hold neutral and time your A presses. So if you just look at the input display, you should be able to see, not that hard to get up there. Ideally, you get up in 4 wall kicks. Okay, now grab King Bubba. Now, the way to get him to not, like, follow you around, you may have had this problem where you can't actually get behind him because he'll turn too quickly. The way you solve that is stand in front of him and face away from him and be on the ground. So you'll see. See, I was on the ground for a second there whilst he was walking towards me and I was facing away from him. That'll make it so he won't turn around because he can't see you. Like, he can't see your face, if you know what I mean. The same thing again, jump over him backwards. And if you throw him in that direction, you should sort of be close enough to this star here. And if you're lucky, then you'll be directly under it and you can just ground pound into it, which is cool. Okay, Koopa race time. I've got a Google Doc open to tell me which stars happen next. Okay. So, you can just long jump into him, but I did C left, C right, C down. Long jump, down right, and then mid long jump, transition to holding right, and just mashed A. If you land here, I find that he doesn't get in your way. So same sort of thing. Same set of wall kicks to get up. So the objective here is to finish as soon as possible. Then you want to hold down and side flip, of course. And now we're going to go open the cannon, which we'll need. Because Koopa's going to take a little while to actually get to the top. If you just copy what I do here, you'll be able to make it back up in time. No biggie. The reason we want to finish the race first is because Koopa Quick will, I believe, double his speed once you finished, which is good for us. So in theory, if we can finish as quick as possible, open the cannon and get back up before he gets up there, that'll mean opening the cannon costs 0 time. As you see, I'll go back and explain my little cue. So what you want to do is sort of aim above that cloud there. That's my little visual cue. So you see this little gap here between this cloud and this cloud to the left. Sort of aim about there. And it should work most times, if not every time. You should be able to get up like that. And then stand in front of him, and we made it just in time.
Here we go!
Okay, hundreds plus reds time. One of the hardest stars in the run, for sure. Got a lot of RNG. Okay. So you want to ground pound this box instead of punching it. Punching it saves 0.3 seconds, but the coins are unpredictable. This way you can do a double jump after you ground pound the box and collect the coins a lot more consistently. Okay. I decided to omit the shell jump where you grab this red coin and just grab it now. So now there really shouldn't be any risk of breaking the shell. So that's what I recommend beginners do so that you don't break the shell. Okay, so what you do there is slide kick into the Koopa. Because now what you can do is roll out onto the shell. How fancy. and then kill the Koopa. You have to do this star after the Koopa the Quick Star, by the way, just because that Koopa won't be there otherwise. So now we go around. If you take it wide like I did there, the Chain Chomp won't hit you. And then once he does his little attack, that's when you can jump and grab that pole. It's pretty hard to bonk into that pole. So as long as you're reasonably not plowing face first into it, you should be fine. Then make your way over here. Okay, mash A going up that slope. Grab these coins. Now, long jump out of the shell will kill it, because Z kills the shell. Try and collect as many of these coins as possible. There's 9 coins in this ring. You've got the 8 outside and the 1 in the center. Collect the bottom 6. You can go around this ring here. If you can, see if you can collect some of them if you turn early enough, but it's not that big of a deal. Now, ground pounding grabs coins above you. So when in doubt, be lower than you might need to be. So, well, try and be as high as you can, of course, but if you don't grab this coin because you're too low, ground pound under it and you'll be able to grab it. And I, of course, did here, and you'll land right here. Side flip to grab the last 3. I believe I made a bit of a mistake here. Yeah. Trying to grab the coin with that kick without grabbing the tree, but if you have to grab the tree, no big deal. You don't actually have to grab that wing cap, by the way. If you are fast enough, you have enough time to do this section with the previous wing cap, but for beginners, it's like 3 seconds or something, so probably worth grabbing it just in case you miss some coins here. Okay, the trick here is if you didn't collect the middle coin, or sorry, the middle coin of the second ring, this coin will be here. You'll be able to see it because that's just how the game programs it, because it's a secret coin. I like to aim. Should have used the frame advance button. So I like to aim the bottom triangle slightly below the bottom of this coin here. And it should work to be able to grab most of them. Sort of turn around and grab as many coins as you have here. I'll leave a guide in the description of how many coins you need coming out of the air. But 64 is a very good amount of coins to have. Minimum is 58. You need 58 coins minimum out of the air. 64 is very good. Grab that red coin. I believe there is a guide by Badronus. I believe there's a guide by Badronus about the coins in this level. Yeah, bush then. There'll be a link to the pretty epic chart in the description of this video. Okay, so how these coins work, or sorry, these poles, you circle them 3 times and they'll spit out 5 coins. Now, if I was smart, or I think I did this intentionally, I'll just say I did it intentionally, I would have just gone and grabbed another Goomba, because I have 99 coins, but I figured I would just demonstrate what happened. I went around all 4 poles. See, I had 4 coins that I didn't need. I could have had 60 coins coming out of the air.
Here we go!
And still been fine. And I believe there's 2 more Goombas that I could have gotten. So there's 58. Okay, now what do we have here? Mario wings to the sky. I'll give a little tutorial on sky jump here. A little guide. So do a triple jump dive. Try and delay the dive a little bit, but don't delay it too much, otherwise you'll get the wacky camera. Okay, land here. Kick on up here. Now, I do 5 kicks. It puts me between, you see this little yellow dot here and this little yellow dot, or white, whatever it is. Between these 2 dots, about halfway up is pretty good to go down. Hold left, and you want to triple jump off this surface here, not this surface. Triple jump off this surface, This surface will eat your triple jump. This surface will not. So, make sure you triple jump off this surface here. I see too many beginners making that mistake. Or trying to triple jump off the top. Triple jump off this surface. And you'll get up every time. Okay, now make your way into the cannon. Should I talk about a bit about stored momentum? Try and not dive directly down when you land. Try and be sort of parallel to the ground. I was kind of parallel to the ground there. Not enough to make a meaningful difference, but if you dive very far, like if you face first into the ground, when you take off next, that momentum will get stored, or that angle will get stored, and it'll screw your flight up. So try and not face first in the ground. Try and land gracefully. Now what you want to do is, this point here, try and aim it slightly above the center of this coin here, and that usually works. I tried to set it up a little bit there. And now you can just hold neutral until he's about to do his little zoomy, and then you hold down, and then you hold up. So if you just watch how I did it on the input display there. Hold it down, and then you hold up once you are ready to go. Once you're ready to grab the last coin. Wasn't too in-depth, but hopefully the input display would help you. It's not too hard if you know where to shoot. Okay, now we've got the island box. Same concept as before, except you just grab the box without having to go into the cannon. So it doesn't really matter if you go face first into the ground. Worth noting that with the wing cap, you can triple jump on the spot. Which you can't do normally. Ground pound under the box. Make sure you do your triple jump on the dark side of the cannon, so it'll not eat it. And there we go, we got through BOB. Good job, you. Now for SSL. This is definitely the hardest section of the run, I would say, for beginners at least. Very, very reset heavy. SSL is a tough stage, but I'll get you through it. Firstly, we've got to deal with MIPS. So, I like to Mario Cam here. And then just sort of long jump around here. And then try and dive into him like this. Try and get dustless dives, which is when you roll out on the first frame of when you land. Or as soon as you can, at least. And try and dive into MIPS like that. Bit tricky to get used to, but I believe in you. If you've run 70, you should be familiar with that.
Here we go!
Then we'll make our way into SSL. So we'll start with the Klepto star. For this star, what you want to do is make sure you run up the right half of this pillar. So try and sort of stay away from this line here. Try and sort of stay away from anything to the left of that. The reason is because this fly guy will see you and charge towards you. So if you run on the right half of this pillar, the fly guy will stay over here and he won't charge towards you. Now, if you hold A while swirling in the air, you'll stay in the air for longer. And then you should be able to hit the bird very easily. Now, if you are having trouble with that, this pillar over here, if you make your way to the pillar and just wait there, he will be there very quickly. So if you're having trouble with that jump, just make your way over to this pillar, and you've got plenty of time. I think you've got like 20 seconds or something to get to this pillar. And then the bird will eventually go there and circle it a couple of times, and you can just jump kick into him or something. If you can't do this strat here. Okay, land on here, Mario Cam C down. And then slide jump into the star.
Here we go!
I promise you that is not as difficult as it looks. And now we've got IROC. This is going to be... Getting into IROC is a bit challenging. There's a couple of ways you can do it. I'm doing the way that I think is a good compromise of speed and beginner strats. So, once you land here, This is a bit odd how the camera turns around in Lakitu Cam. I'll show you, I'll sort of demonstrate it a bit. So if he's behind you and you turn like this, Lakitu will slowly pan around until he's directly behind you. So we use that a couple times throughout the run. Once you're here, and I go into Mario Cam, you can sort of do the same sort of thing where where the camera's behind you and you sort of turn a little bit and then wait for the camera to pan around. So I turn to the left a little bit, the camera will pan around here. So what I'm going to do is try to initiate a triple jump on this platform. Then wall kick off there and hold upright. If you get a thirsty, this won't work. If you get a second frame, this will work 95% of the time. If you get a third frame, this will work like 60, 70% of the time. Depending on how high you got. So make sure, if you take the time to actually set this angle up and get it first try, it'll save time over rushing this angle and getting it second or third try. So take your time to set this up and you should be golden. And you grab the ledge. Now what you want to do is you can sort of go for a ledge grab onto this bottom thing here, but you can go for a kick as well if you want to be swaggy. Sort of jump off, then angle yourself back so you've got a bit of back momentum, and then once you're sort of around halfway past the thing, do a kick to stall, and you land straight back in. And then double jump off the guy, and then wall kick off the back wall, and then just do this. Try not to make any mistakes here because you'll lose a lot of time if you miss one of these hits. Just try and hit each eye as it opens. Make your way to the top. And good job, did I-Rock. Okay, now for 100 coins and secrets. So, this one, it's a bit of a stumper, but how you want to try and get the Bob-omb to explode the fly guy. That's the objective here. So the way I do it is, it is a bit muscle memory, so I'll have to look at the input display a bit. But you hold upright to grab the box. You want to land the first one in front of the bomb. And then you sort of want to land around about where I landed there. The fly guy will see you and he'll run over to you. And if you roll that sort of in the direction of the fly guy as he's sort of charging towards you, when the Bob-omb hits him, then it'll explode both of them. So when an enemy hits a Bob-omb, it explodes, but the Bob-omb explodes both of them. That's why I sort of held back a little bit there so the Bob-omb would catch up to me. The inputs, I don't know the inputs off by heart because it's muscle memory. But yeah, you can just hold down left for the box jumps until you land, in which you just hold neutral. And then depending on how lucky you are that day, will depend on what direction the coins go in. Okay. So just grab the pokey and the red coin, and then grab the wing cap. Now, if you do the wing cap, if you get the wing cap when I did there, you shouldn't need to recharge it. But there is a wing cap down on the pyramid here if you need a recharge. So now the objective here is you need to stand on all four centers. Like, see how these things are made up of blocks? The very four center ones is the way you need to stand on. Otherwise it won't trigger. So, there's the wing cap box as well. Okay, now I'll show you how to have the box break on the pillar. So you want to ground pound into that guy, get the blue coin. Hold neutral when the third bounce goes into the pillar, and if you aim towards the middle of the pillar, it should break on the pillar, and you shouldn't bounce off it. So, grab that. After the second bounce, land on the pillar, and it'll bounce into the pillar and break. And all the coins will land straight in front of you. How convenient. You have to hold neutral when you land on the pillar though. That's how you avoid getting the box breaking or getting the bounce off the pillar. Okay. The wing cap lasts 1 minute, by the way. Or wing caps last 1 minute. So grab that. And we're in. Biocam C down, jump over here. This part is a little bit scary, but if you just take it slowly, I believe in you. So that's a little side flip angle conservation thing. I'll go back a little bit. Let's go back 5 seconds. So if you go for a side flip there, and I was going in the opposite direction, but then I jerked the stick upright and then pressed A, and it'll sort of buffer the side flip and change directions. Little thing you can do, it's used sometimes throughout the run, if need be. Okay, don't long jump on that sand, do dives. And I grab these coins here. And grab the blue coin switch and the 15 coins that come out of it. Okay, that was a bit stupid. Once you get that wall kick, do a dive. So do a jump, do a wall kick, dive, and you'll land way further up. I landed on the ground and had to climb up. And then just make your way to the star.
Here we go!
Fortunately, red coins with this route is pretty straightforward, which is what we're going to be doing next. So C left, C down. If you get a frame perfect jump like I did there, I got a frame perfect jump, you hold it out, you'll get a bit of speed. Okay, then hold down and side flip. The camera will screw with you a little bit. Oh, sorry, Mario will screw with you a little bit. So if you hold up, you see I just held up, but he turned around the other way. So just be prepared for that if you do this strat. So holding up and he turns around, does a little bit of a weird move. Just be prepared for that. Also, be careful when you're kicking up this slope. Fortunately, I didn't have to do any silly kicks up the slope. I was able to make it across, or make it over, excuse me. However, you can do like 1 or 2 kicks up this slope before it starts sliding you back down. One kick is probably enough in most cases, but the reason we side flip and do it from here is because it's not that hard to get over the edge when you go back a little bit. Long jump over here, grab this wing cap, get a triple jump off the pyramid. Okay. The bird is going to be a little angry at you right now. If you need to get more height, if you're running out of height, then just go land on this pillar here and triple jump into the red coin. So sort of land here. If you're fast enough, this guy shouldn't be in your way. So you can just triple jump and fly over him. Punch this box. And there we go. Now we've got 2 more stars left, and they're pretty straightforward.
Here we go!
Then we've got HMC 100s, so we get a small break here.
Let's go!
There we go. So that's a little cool strat you can do. You're gonna roll out onto the fly guy, and then hold A, so you twirl in the F longer, and you can make it up. Little cool thing you can do. So same principle as in 100 coins. Make sure you go over the center of the pillars. Otherwise the thing won't open. And there we go. Wait for it to come up. And then we're in. Walk a little bit and then long jump. So you don't wall kick off the roof. Or you don't hit the roof, I mean. And then time for top of the pyramid. Very easy start.
Here we go!
Not too much to explain there. Okay, for HMC 100, I decided to opt for the BLJ route. For two reasons. One, it's not that hard. It's not as hard as it looks. I'm going to get you through it, don't you worry. And two, it's a bit annoying going for the other route because you have to deal with bats and you have to get that one eyeball that you have to use iframes to kill. Once you get this down, it's a lot better, I think. I think this route is a lot better. It's just the BLJ. It's a little bit tough, but it's not that punishing or risky. You can try it again. I picked it up when I begun. So I was doing it at like a 2:30 time. So I believe in you. I'm gonna get you through it, don't worry. Especially on VC. If you're on VC or emulator, this is free as hell. If you're on N64, it's a little bit tougher. Okay, so just beginning of this is pretty straightforward. It's pretty similar to any other route you do. And now we're going to do the elevator ride. So no elevator skip, of course, not necessary. Just ride the elevator around. Okay, now I do a little cool long jump here that you can do to skip this little end bit. It's not that hard, but if you're scared, you can always just wait until this goes over to the platform there. But if you like this, what you can do is sort of just hold down and off this corner, just walk off, and then just ground pound, and the box is right there, and you'll grab that. Dive before you hit the ground so you don't take damage. Now you can walk off this ledge and you don't take damage. And you grab the spider. Slide kick, roll out into the hole, so you don't ledge grab on the edge. So that's a little trick you can do sometimes if you need to change directions on like one of these buttons. You do a side flip and you'll turn around instantly and then ground pound. I did a little bit exaggerated. You don't need to side flip that high, of course. And try and grab all these coins, because if you don't, there's none left. You can't miss any coins with this route, that's the problem. Well, that's a lie, you can. If you've missed any coins up to here, you can just kill a couple of these bats. Okay. Here we go. Now, it's a bit dark, however, there's this little spot here that my mouse is pointing at. Once the elevator gets to that, that's when you want to start your triple jump. So you want to sort of aim, you're sort of standing on this square and you're sort of aiming at this back corner here, where you want to face. Once this, the platform gets past this little blob here, is when you want to start your triple jump. And where this wall is, it'll just take a little bit of practice. It's not too bad. Then once you're landing up here, transition to holding down, and then land in here, and then you shouldn't be, if you take it sort of slowly, if you take it a bit easier, you should be able to, you shouldn't clip under it, and you should be, like, perfect timing. So, once this little blob, once this platform goes past this little blob here, because it's dark, because it's a YouTube video, you can't really see it, but it's a distinct little blob. Do a little triple jump, wall kick, hold down, long jump, and then hold up, hold Z, and then just mash A. And you should be good every time. If you want to play it a bit safer, wait a little bit longer, or wait a little bit longer up here, but You should be good. And a little trick for this is I got it in 1, which is very good. If you end up in this situation here and you're sort of long jumping over and over, after 15, if you have 15 long jumps, it won't work. So cut your losses after 15 long jumps. But yeah, the principle that we talked about, where did we talk about that? In the iRock Star and SSL. Turn Mario a little bit to pan the camera around. Wait until the right moment. Initiate a triple jump up. Wall kick up. Hold down, long jump, and then hold up. Once you're over the platform. And then start backwards long jumping. And you'll go through the wall. So, yeah. I believe in you if you go for that. So, kudos. But you can check out Wikipedia for the other route if you can't get that down or are too scared to go for it. Anyway, now we're here. The rest of this is pretty straightforward. Fortunately, so grab those coins. I do a wall kick off that wall to angle me right. Okay. Do not try and jump on this thing if you're not going to land on the thing. If you jump and land on this section here, you will like slide straight in there. Also, if you land around here, you want to aim, there's like a triangle. There's a triangle there and there's a triangle sort of about there. Land on that triangle facing up the triangle and you won't slide into the pit of death. So don't stand on this pit here, you'll slide straight in. Don't stand over here, you'll slide straight in. And if you're standing on here, you won't be able to ledge grab. If you're standing on a slope, you can't ledge grab. If you're going up the slope. That's why you sort of have to hold A and jump up there. Okay. Just be careful there. You might have heard the splice there. There was a little splice. I believe this star took 3 segments. Okay. So grab the coin, long jump to this box, and then hopefully the spider should be directly under you. Sweet. 230 is pretty good, I think. But it was spliced. Alright. Well done. We got through that one. I personally believe that's the second hardest star in the game, or in this run at least. So, the hardest star is going to be DDD 100 coins, which we'll get to eventually. But now, we've got a little break. The rest of this is not too bad. So we've got the underwater button star, Metalhead Mario can move. So, once you're in here, you hold upright. You want to get as high of a wall kick as you possibly can. As you can see, I sort of lowered a little bit. I did this intentionally so I could show you the backup. But we want to go as high as you possibly can. You need a really, really high wall kick here. You can see I sort of went a bit lower. See how I sort of lowered down a little bit before I wall kicked? That means that this will not work. I'll still get the clip. The clip is pretty lenient. However, once you land here, if you're high enough and you dive onto this button, the button will press if you're high enough. But it didn't work here because I wasn't high enough, of course. But I did that intentionally, coping, but I did that intentionally just so I could show you this backup, in case you miss it, because if you don't know this backup and you don't get that, that sucks. So on this third grate here, you see these sort of squares here, on this third one, do a double jump, kick, and then hold down. So hold up, double jump, and then at the peak of your double jump, kick and hold down. And you'll land on the button every time. There we go. And you can skip having to get the metal cap. Pressing the button like that. That's a very easy backup. Okay, swimming beast in the cavern. Alright, so this one looks scarier than it actually is. This trick looks harder than it actually is. It's definitely worth going for though, it saves a lot of time. So, land on the elevator, make it go down, walk off, dive down here. Now, if you have this camera right, the camera sort of angled like this, you should be able to just hold up. Where this black smudge is, that's where I like to push up against the wall. I'm holding forward right now, I'm just pushing up against the wall, not pressing anything, and once the elevator hits me, I'll clip straight through the wall. Or the floor, rather. And then we'll just go on straight down here. So, I'll play that in its full again. There we go. And then grab the star. Easy peasy. Alright. We're going to do the same thing again here for the metal cap star. Dive roll out into the door. Same exact thing. Gonna do the clip again. This time we're not gonna grab the star. I'll show you what we're gonna do. To get the clip. Land about here. What you want to do is walk off a little bit and then hold A to get a big jump like that, and you'll make it across every time. It's a very lenient jump. And then just double jump into the door. So I'll do that one more time. Make sure you hold A. Don't dive either. Make sure you don't dive. Diving will cap your momentum. Okay. This movement is a little bit tight, because the goal is to get the red coin star before the metal cap timer runs out, because we don't actually need the metal cap in this run at all. So what you want to do is sort of long jump about here once you're about to enter the water, and you'll land on this platform here. Dive roll out over it. Grab the coin. And then just try and jump into the star. Now, if you don't make it in time, just go grab the metal cap. But we don't actually need it for the rest of the run, which is why we can skip it in this case. So, it is pretty tight timing. I believe it's 25 seconds. Or something along those lines. 25 seconds on the timer before the metal cap runs out. Okay. Not too much to talk about on that one, besides move fast. Okay, Toxic Maze. Navigating the Toxic Maze. No, Amazing Emergency Exit is now, of course. Pretty straightforward, just get up here, long jump and ground pound the star, easy peasy. Okay, now we're doing Navigating the Toxic Maze. It's the same start as the last star. Get up to here. Long jump over and go through the door. This is a pretty easy one. Shouldn't have much trouble here. Long jump on the Sniffet or whatever it's called. Shy Guy is what it's called. Sniffet. You cut a little bit of the journey out if you do a side flip. You can do the same triple jump as we did in HMC 100s there, if you want to. Save a little bit of time, a bit more time, but not necessary. And watch for rolling rocks. RNG. Hopefully all the rocks will play nice for you, like they did here. That's the objective. Okay, now we're gonna get Toad. Talk to Toad, he'll give you a star. How nice of him. Now we're doing LLL. LLL is pretty straightforward, fortunately. So, we get a little break. Okay. Not too much to commentate on, not too much to comment on there.
Here we go!
And now bully the bullies. There's a little thing I could probably point out here. We'll get it. We'll get to it once we get over the platform. So same principle here as before. Jump dive over here. So try and do a little bit of a loop around like I did there to build up some speed so you can actually make it to this platform here. Now what you want to do is, these 2 coins here is my guide. What you want to do is pull back right before you hit this coin. Pull back to down left to lure these 2 over and lure this guy over. And then if you do the ground pound right, you should be able to get all 3 of them. If you don't, you'll probably get 2 of them. 2 of them is pretty common. Just do a jump into the last guy. Just push him in. And then that guy, if you side flip ground pound him, facing this way, he'll just go straight into the lava. And then ground pound the star when it spawns.
Here we go!
I'm trying to keep this moving. I'm not spending too much time on each star. So what are we doing now? Red coins. Oh yes, that's a good note, Andrew. The bullies get knocked back the direction Murray is facing. So if you want to ground pound one of them, red coins is pretty straightforward. If you want to ground pound one of the bullies, face the direction you want the bully to go.
Here we go!
Red coins is pretty straightforward, I would think. Okay, now we've got red hot log rolling. Andrew coming in clutch with the epic notes. Okay, so this one's pretty straightforward. Just triple jump, dive over this thing. Oh, sorry, triple jump and fly over this thing. That's a pretty easy one. Okay, now we've got elevator in the volcano. Okay. This is pretty straightforward. So for this one, sort of try and stand on this grey square here. And then once it starts moving, sort of triple jump a little bit up from straight right. And then dive into this thing here. Go up a bit and you'll land here. You can do a double jump into it. Try and get up there before the fire gets there. See, the fire's kind of coming around. And then I'd do a double jump dive into the star like that. Now we've got hundreds in the volcano star. So this one you have to do last because this shell doesn't spawn in until you've gotten the volcano star. So this star has to be done last. Now, an important note here. So you want to collect these 3 coins here first. An important note here is, I think I went past it, oops. Is this guy here. Make sure you avoid getting this guy here. That's why I sort of looped around like that. Because that guy will hit you at some point, if you're not careful. Could also do LL before elevator so you have a backup to shell breaks. When does it spawn in? When does the shell spawn in? I thought it was after the volcano star. Oh, sorry, after elevator and the volcano star. 5 and 6, okay. Thank you, Phoenix. So, you can do this star beforehand, yeah. It was a good idea, but Hindsight's a wonderful thing. So yeah, just be careful of this flame spitter. You do need, oh, you don't need every coin here, but you want to try and get all the coins you can. Then collect 7. See, don't get the 8th coin, otherwise you'll get the star spawn animation, which is quite slow. Now, don't go over this edge here, because you'll have the tendency of bonking. So, go back to it. You're here, so once you collect this coin, don't go straight over the edge. Go into the lava down this slope here, and then loop around. Just to prevent yourself from bonking. That can sometimes happen. It's quite rare, but you'll regret it if it ever happens. Okay, so grab these coins. So an important note about the eyeball, if you have to be facing the eyeball, or sorry, like the pupil and the iris when it's looking at you, for it to actually target onto you. So do a loop around, make sure he does the spin. Mario Cam C down. And now the camera can just follow you around, grab that blue coin. Try and avoid getting hit by the bullies because you'll lose a lot of speed. And there's 2 more coins. You want to have 80 going into here. At least 80. There's 2 more coins on this platform here if you need them. Yeah, that was a bit sloppy. Okay. Just making our way up the volcano. That flame spit is always going to be there. There's nothing you can do about it.
Here we go!
All sniffly. Okay. There's LLL. Now, I imagine this MIPS grab is going to give most beginners a bit of trouble. But I believe in you. I'll show you how to do it. So you want to sort of hold halfway between down and down right for this long jump here. So you'll sort of end up about here. If you hold down, you'll just go straight into this wall, which you don't want to do. So then sort of, and you want to loop around here, taking care to not bonk into this wall. Then you hold up right around here and dive into him. You'll end up sliding a little bit before you grab MIPS. And then you should be able to grab him just here. You want to make sure you're on the right of him here, so he won't go that way. So don't try and cut a corner here. Make sure you are on the right-hand side of him. And then once he starts moving, hold upright. And then if you are in the right position, if you start at the right time, you should be able to just dive straight into him at the right time. If not, what you want to do is chase him around to SSL. Chase him around to where SSL is, and then you should be able to dive into him over there. That's what will probably end up happening to most beginners. This does feel very good to get that MIPS grab. And now we've got Vanish Cap. This is a tough star. A lot can go wrong. Oh, we got this. Ramp down the 2 blocks. Okay, I screwed up this camera a lot, but it's okay. Okay, so already into a rewind. So jump kick off the edge here, and you'll land on this platform here. Walk off that one, roll out off the mushroom platform until you land on here. Rolling out. When you roll out, you don't take fall damage. That's why we did it there. Walk off the edge here, sort of aim to the left of this coin here, and get a triple jump. And triple jump where the red coin is, so you collect it. So you can get over this little hump here. Then once you're close to the ground, hit R twice to make the camera zoom in a bit. Excuse me. And then once you land on the ground, sort of walk over the gap. You'll land back up here and be able to get a double jump straight away. And then do a jump dive. And then just sort of make your way around here. Okay. That movement there is a bit tough. Fortunately, these are all the same. So it's not like you have to really... You can make a fast cycle, of course. You can make the faster cycle. However, these things won't get out of sync, which is good. So these things will always be in the same sort of pattern. And do a triple jump dive. Sorry, triple jump wall kick. Land on there. Side flip dive up to here. Now, we're going for the epic Siglemic strat. Where you wall kick off here. You want to try and hold back a little bit so you get as much height as possible from this wall kick. And then you wall kick, dive, and hopefully land on the star. If you fail that, you can just side flip. I'll go back. 1 sec. You can side flip on this wall here and just side flip dive over. You don't need to go and grab the vanish cap. So that's good. And now for CCM. It's not that bad. CCM's pretty good. Spitting water everywhere. Need to hold back on the water a bit. I'm nearly out. Okay. I do Little Penguin Lost first because of this text box. I just find it easier. So, you want to just hold up, get the text box, triple jump up to here, grab the penguin. What you want to do is sort of just slide down here. Don't press any buttons during this, just aim Mario and he'll do his little bouncy things as he needs to. So, he'll fall straight off, land right here. Now, try not to do it from too far up here, because if you land too close to the edge here, Mario won't do his little bounce. He'll stop to walk. But don't do it too close to this side here, because you'll bonk on this wall. And yeah. So, it's not that precise at all. So, I don't mean to scare you. But just be aware that if you land too close to here, you'll start walking very slowly. So, but like that, we got a little bounce into the penguin, which is very good. So don't press any buttons during that slide and you'll make it down, no problem. Everything else is done automatically. Okay, slip sliding away. Pretty easy. Pretty straightforward style. Triple jump dive into the chimney. Mario came straight away. And then sort of long jump a little bit up left. Not like up left notch, but just a little bit left of up. And then just go off the edge of the slide. Upright, of course. Sorry, meant upright. And don't go into Mario Cam here, because the camera will screw up. Then dive before you land on it. And now, once you roll out, hold left. And you'll... hold right, excuse me. Hold right because Mario goes left. And you'll keep the backward speed. So roll out here. Once he lands, hold left, hold right, and he'll go left. Alright. And he'll just go straight into the door. Turn the camera like that, and you can just hold up left into the star. And long jump into the star, excuse me. Okay, wall kicks will work. This one's a pretty straightforward star. Down left, double jump down here. Make sure you don't land on this, otherwise you'll slide straight off. And don't ledge grab either, because you can't ledge grab. You'll ledge grab, but then the game will realize you can't ledge grab and just boot you backwards. Terrible. So once you land here, do a kick, press R twice to recenter the camera. Make your way up here. Now, once you're around here, that's when you want to do your C left. Sorry, I think it was C right, wasn't it? I don't know anymore. It was C left. Do your C left to get the camera set up down here. Now, where this little black smudge here is, you'll see a dark spot. You'll see the same sort of thing here. This little black smudge is where I like to do the side flip. And then do your wall kicks. You get up to the top like that. I'll play through that one more time. With a little bit of practice, you can do that very quickly, very easily, I think. I believe in you. Okay, now we've got hundreds plus penguin race. This one, there is a little bit of information I can give you. If you kick, you don't grab onto trees or ledge grab, so that's why you kick there. Avoid grabbing that tree. Now, throughout this entire thing, you can miss 1 coin. Sorry, 3 coins, because, yeah, excuse me. Throughout this entire thing, you can miss 3 coins. If you are very beginner, you can go grab this blue coin switch here, and there'll be 2 blue coins here. I wouldn't recommend it, personally. I would just recommend going for this. But what I do recommend is going for safety red, which is not that one. You grab that coin there, turn the camera around, long jump here. You'll be able to long jump through this fence, don't worry. And then grab this coin here. That's a safety red coin. Do a side flip up there, roll out and try and grab those 5 coins. And now we have 26 coins. You need a minimum of, I believe, 23 coins going into here. If you want to omit one of those red coins, you can, but it makes this section a bit harder. So 3 coins is pretty consistent. I think it's a good compromise, you know? Make sure you grab this blue coin here. If it means you have to avoid this coin here, it's okay. Fortunately, it didn't here. Make sure you grab that blue coin. It's very important. This one here, make sure you jump earlier. It's better to be safe. This coin's very close to the edge. So if you have to miss that coin to be able to get these coins, it's no big deal. Why we collected the extra coin. And then just sort of make your way around here, trying to collect as many of these coins as you can. If you are fast enough, you can have this, you can get into the situation where the penguin's behind you and it can sort of give you a little push. And this is where you want to do a bit of math. So if you have 79 coins, like I do here, you need to get, you can miss 1 coin in this section here. If you have 80, you skip the first one. And if you have 78, you need all of them here. And if you have 81, 82, etc. So I've got 79 here. So if I had 80, I would skip this coin here. I would just go around it. But now I've got 80, so I'm going to do the rest of them here. And I'm going to skip this coin here close to the edge. I'm not actually going to do that. What the heck? I would normally skip this coin close to the edge and just go for this one. You want 85 or 86 going down here. 85 is ideal because there's 15 coins here and you want the star to be as close to the end as possible. But if you have 86, you can still make it. If you have 87, I'll show you what you do in a sec. Now I've got 86. So I'll end up with 101. Wall kick off the back wall, Mario Cam, wait for the penguin to show up, and then long jump into the star. If you've got 87 before you get to the last 15 coins, what you have to do is turn around and face the other way and sort of do back jumps and kicks to get up to the top. You need to sort of slide down the slide and then jump kick back up the slide backwards. It's a bit silly. So do your best to get 85 or 86 coins so you can actually long jump into the star like that. Don't worry, Mario will instantly turn himself around once you grab the star. Yeah, it's a consistent star, like Andrew said. The best thing to do, okay, let's say something happens. Let's say you lose the race, or you miss a coin. You miss too many coins halfway up. Let's say you don't have enough coins, or you lose the race. Go outside the door, and there's a tree next to the cabin that has a red coin in it. Grab that if it'll get you to 100 coins, and then go do the race again. Take the warp back up that we did in earlier in the star, and then just do it again. And if you need extra coins, trying to grab coins on the slide, trying to grab the 100 coin star on the slide, because that would suck. So, yeah. If you go out the door, there's a red coin on the tree out there. Grab that if you need to. And then maybe try again. Bit of a scary one, that star, but I believe in you. Okay, now we've got the red coin star. Hell, like a random screws in my pocket. This is a fun star. I love this star. Some people don't like this star. Some people are crazy. So, just the world we live in. So same sort of thing here as in the penguin star. You can just walk off the edge and you'll get that little bounce on your own. You have to do that jump on your own though to try and grab the coin in the tree. Don't talk to the penguin, otherwise that's slow. Wall kick off the back wall here. That's another thing you could do if you want to get that coin in hundreds. Okie doke. That long jump is easier than it looks because the hitbox of the bridge extends out further than you think. My nose is very itchy. Okie dokie. Now for Snowman's big head, you have to do this star here after the red coin star, by the way. Triple jump dive. Just slide down it and hit the snowman, and you'll conserve speed out of this text box if you just hold the direction you want to go next. So, do your best to not let the snowman's head get in front of you, because it's kind of hard to get back in front. And then stand about here. Stand on this corner here, and face right. Okay, I did. And then once he gets to about there, he'll either come towards you or diverge off into the distance, never to be seen again. So once you see him come towards you, that's when you want to do your backflip, and you'll land straight in front of him. So I'll do that, play the end bit again real quick. We're here, turn. Once you see the snowballs coming towards you, backflip, and you'll land right in front of the guy. And you're done with CCM, let's go.
Here we go!
Now to BBH. Nobody likes BBH. It's in a bad stage, but we have to do it, sadly. It's also the halfway point in the run. We're about to reach the halfway mark. This run got a sub-hour BBH, which I was honestly quite impressed by. Okay, so noteworthy here, Mario Cam C down outside the castle. And you can't Mario Cam C down inside the castle. You have to keep it. You can't change cameras inside. You can change, like, you can see left and see right, of course, but you can't Mario Cam inside the castle. Or Mario Cam C down inside the castle. You have to do it outside the castle, so just be aware of that. The reason you do it is because it makes this a lot easier, I think. Now, sometimes this guy just doesn't cooperate. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, if you just hold the up left, long jump, and wall kick off this wall here and ground pound the guy, he'll just be here. Sometimes he'll go on a little adventure around here. In that case, you just sort of have to face the back of him. The boo is only there if you're facing away from it. So if you're facing the boo, he'll go invisible, and you can't kill him. So for this star, you just need to kill the boos. Every time there's a boo, there's a text box. Every time you kill a boo, there's a text box, so just be aware of that. Hold down right, and kill that thing. Get the text. And you can sort of do that long jump there. You can just go over the bridge if you're scared of that. With Mario Cam, it's a lot easier. I don't know what I was going for there, I'm being completely honest. I think I was going to wait for him to show up. Okay, this one is a bit silly. Sometimes they just don't want to come out. In this case, they did come out. And sometimes you'll just get hit by a chair as well. But those are the last two. So hold down right, slide kick, base that way, and ground pound again. And stand on the staircase, facing away, because I'll do a backflip. Okay. Now for hundreds plus reds. You want to do Ghost Hunt Star first, because it changes things a bit. It means that each ghost won't give you a text box if you kill it. The hundreds plus reds. This is a scary star. Now, because of the fact that you can miss 2 coins in this one. However, the only coins you get that are yellow, aren't red and blue, are outside. So you don't want to miss any coins, except you can miss 2 of the yellow coins outside. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. So, scary piano, grab the red coin behind it. Grab that blue there. I should probably show how to do that. Side flip into that box there. Predict when that box is coming out. Anticipate it. Don't react to it, because he'll probably just go over you. And sometimes if you're unlucky, he'll just not drop a blue coin. So try and anticipate it and side flip into him so he drops the coin. Grab the vanish cap. Okay, Mario Camp C down outside here. Try and see if you can lure that scuttlebug over to you, but it's no biggie. I missed 1 coin there, I think. Yeah, I did. You can miss 2 of these coins and still be okay. But now the rest of these coins you need to get, because all coins are either blue, which are 5, which you can't miss more than 5, or red coins, which you need for the star. So if you're fast enough, you can make it back through. So you had a couple seconds left over to make it back through this painting before the vanish cap runs out. You have to go around the front if you run out of vanish cap. And just sort of wait for the booze to come through. And grab that coin there. Yeah, depending on which way this eyeball's, also where this eyeball's facing, may depend on which one you do first. Or may change which one you do first. Okay, make your way in here. Okay, similar to the chests in JRB and DDD, these things only open when you're facing the back of it. So, even if you touch it from the back, if you're facing the same direction as the back of the chest is facing, then they will open. I don't think I mentioned that in JRB, but there you go. Okay, so jump and side flip these 2 to grab them. Another splice there. Okay. Getting this boo to come out is a bit annoying. So what you do is you grab these 2 coins here, loop around sort of like I did there. If he comes out, kill him now and grab his coins, and then turn around and grab these. If he doesn't come out, what you do, you grab these 2 coins before the timer runs out, come back, and then just do the same thing we did for the booze downstairs with the painting. And eventually he'll just come out. What's with my nose? It's very annoying. Okay. For this, what you want to do is once you're about here, you want to long jump and wall kick off this back wall and land on this red coin here. And then jump facing the same direction and land here. Hold neutral and you'll land on this red coin, and this ghost won't be over here. The ghost will see you and come to this middle platform here. That's how you manipulate that ghost to come through. Long jump off the back wall, land on the red coin, jump onto this thing here. Hold neutrals and you won't fall into the pit. And the ghost will be there. I don't see enough people going for that manipulation. It prevents such a big headache. Okay. Also, we are halfway through the run. I consider that to be the halfway point of the run, pretty much. I was going to mention that, of course. I'll go back and mention that. Thank you, Andrew. I totally forgot about that. I got too invested in the manipulation. So, if you don't have enough coins, you can go into this room back here. It's the second boo in the Ghost Hunt star. And there's a boo in there you can kill for 5 extra coins. Thank you, Andrew. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? That's funny. Okay. I was going to say it, but I completely got absorbed in the manipulation. Alright. By the way, if you go through the left door, it saves 0.3 seconds over going through the right door. Just FYI. Okay, now we're going to do the merry-go-round style. So, do the Mario cam setup like I did and jump down, and you can kick and land on the platform without going into the water. Okay. So, you want to kill these 5 boos. You want to kill the 5th one facing this guy, so the guy comes out instantly. If you don't face the guy, if you don't face this wall here, he won't come out straight away. He'll take a couple seconds to come out, so little time saver. Make sure you're facing this way when you kill the last one, and he'll come out straight away. Now you want to sort of ground pound him over to this direction, because this is where the star spawns. Okay, and we are halfway through the run, so I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, hello. I will edit that out of the YouTube video. Cool. Alright, let's do this. Okay, now we've got Big Boo's balcony. Now this is the exception, where I went through the right-hand door. I know I just said that it's bad to go through the right-hand door because it's slower. However, it makes this easier. So you just hold up and you'll enter the right door. Just hold up when you're long jumping and you'll go through the right door straight away. Okay, so go through the right door and hold left, oh sorry, hold right and do a triple jump. And you'll get up here every time when you wall kick. So it just makes it easier. Do a side flip up here. Okay. So this is the pin him in the corner strat that I named, I guess. So once you get out, hold up and ground pound. The guy will go into the corner. There you go. Then hold upright and you'll punch him into the corner again. And just ground pound him a 3rd time and he'll go there. Okay. Now with this camera angle, because it's a fixed camera for this section here, what you want to do is hold directly up when you're long jumping here. Do not hold left at all or you're going to bonk on this little edge here. And then turn around. And then just make your way up. You can silly kick up if you need to. But yeah, hopefully you shouldn't. And just jump on up. Once you're here, do a little loop around, slide a bit, and jump. Pretty straightforward. How you get up here pretty easily. I don't even know what the intended casual strat for that is. Okay. Secret of the Haunted Books time. Pretty straightforward star. You can do a little side flip dive like that to get up. Pretty easy. And now we've got eye to eye in the secret room. So this is when you need the vanish cap for. Wall kick off this thing here. Ground pound, go for the box grab, or the vanish cap grab. If you're quick enough, you can make the cycle here. But it's okay to just to wait a little bit. Walk around him 3 times. Hang on, not 3 times, just 1 time for this big guy. I was thinking of the poles, and then you go, BBH is done. Okay. Now for the hardest star in the run, in my opinion. DDD 100s. We are doing DDD 1 trip, yes. In the uncommentated run, in the description, I gave a guide on how to change the route for N64 users. I'll do the same pinned comment in the YouTube video of this run. So in the pinned comment, you'll see a guide on how to do DDD and Fire C on N64. Yeah, we will be doing DDD in 1 trip for this run. Okay, so DDD 100. Normally you collect the first star and then you can do it with the poles. You use the poles to get around. However, poles is slow. So we're going to be doing it like this. I really recommend you try to learn poleless, which is what we're going to do here. It is a bit tricky to get a hold of. However, it saves, I believe, between 1 and 2 minutes. So it's very worth doing. Now for this, you can miss up to 1 coin. There is 106, I believe, in this stage, but 5 of them are pretty out of the way, so there's really only 101 we can get. So now this whirlpool is a bit of a pain. However, if you know how to use it properly, it actually can be quite useful, because it'll slowly suck you in. So if you sort of go out a bit further than you might think you need to go, you can actually use it to your advantage. So I sort of pulled in left a bit here, a bit early, because I knew it'd suck me towards it. And now I'm sort of fighting against it, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing here. Kinda. And now I'm going to get sort of pulled against it. And there's the one that I missed. You can miss just 1 here. 41 is enough. Now we're going to make our way through. Jump out. Okay. So, this light spot on the ground is your visual cue. What you want to do is side flip once you get to it, wall kick off this wall, and jump dive. And you'll land on this platform every time, to the side. So have the camera sort of facing this way, where this light spot on the ground is, side flip right, wall kick, dive, and you'll land up here every time. Easy, easy. Now, this is where the camera turning principle that we discussed in SSL and HMC comes into play. Where you move Mario and the camera slowly pans around. You'll be doing that a lot here. So, I'd recommend getting used to it. So, we sort of did the same, we sort of did it there. I sort of turned Mario around here. And jump kick into those 2 coins there. Wall kick off the fin. Make your way back. This is a bit of a tough one. You want to get this red coin here. I recommend you kick, so you bounce back straight onto here, so you don't have to time the wall kick. It is a bit tough though, because you need to not be going so fast that you'll get a dive. So, you see I kind of pulled back a little bit there on the stick. To not dive into the wall. Now here's where it matters a lot to get the turning right. So you see how I'm sort of turning Mario? I sort of went for it a bit there. See how sort of turning Mario and the camera sort of panned around a bit there? You'll see it more here in a second. And you want to sort of jump kick or double jump kick into this wall here to grab that red coin. So you land back here. And then wall kick off this wall here, long jump wall kick off that there, and dive, and you grab that coin there too. So I'll play that in one motion again. The kick, turn, do the sort of camera pan trick to get this to be right. There you go. Now we're going to do front sub. Front sub saves like 10 seconds than going up the back, so I highly recommend learning it in this context. It's got a bit of reputation in 16 star as being hard and saving 1 second. If you take a second to set it up and you come at it from the right angle, it's pretty straightforward. So you sort of stand here. Want to swim a little bit so you've got some momentum when you come out of the water. So you sort of sit here, swim a couple times, and then you hold down an A, and you jump out of it. Once you land on it, jump again, and you'll land up here, and then jump dive, and you'll be able to get up like that. I'll play that again. Jump, jump, jump dive. Okay, now this is where the camera panning trick needs to come into play. Because this needs to be very precise. This is the hardest part, and it's why this is so difficult. So your objective is to triple jump dive onto this platform here. Problem is this gate is in the way, so you can barely make it up here, but I will show you how to do it. Okay, so you want to sort of aim, you want to sort of be at this light part here, on this line here, towards the right of it, and you can sort of see in between these two here, this black smudge here, that's sort of what you want to be facing. And you can use the camera panning trick to get into line here. See that little pan there? And then do a triple jump dive. It's important to note that you don't want to dive straight away after you triple jump. You want to wait like 0.2 seconds. So you see how I won't press B and A at the same time. So 1, 2. See how I pressed B shortly after A? That will give you a little bit more distance, which is very crucial to this. It's very beneficial. Now, another bit of advice I can give you, don't hit the grate. Try and avoid it. Because what will happen is if you hit this side, if you dive and you sort of scrape along this side of the grate, it'll push you to the left, which is not good at all. So see, I didn't even hit it. And I landed straight onto it here. So that is a bit of a precise jump. And with some practice, it's worth it, for sure. You can miss it like 4 times and still save time over doing it with the poles. And if you fall in, you can do front sub. So that's 10 seconds saved if you fail this each time. So yeah, do the camera pan, stand around here, face this thing here, and you should be able to line it up each time. And also one last thing. The closer you jump to the edge, the better. You want to be as close to this edge as you possibly can be. There is a little bit of leniency if you have a really good angle, but if you're close, prioritize jumping off closer to the edge as much as you can. And you should be able to make it up here like that. So, I believe in you. You got this. Then once you're up here, you grab the red coin. Long jump as close to the edge as possible here, and you'll ledge grab here. And then grab the 6 coins. Now, if you can do that star, you've done the hardest star in the run. Why is my nose so itchy? I don't know. Okay. Now triple jump up to here, and grab the star.
Here we go!
So 311, that's quite good, I think. Now we're going to do the rest of DDD. You've got a little bit of a break now, so next 10 minutes are pretty chill. So now we're going to get the chest again. So same principle as in JRB and BBH. Face the back of the chests, and you'll open it. That's why you can hit the sides and still open it. Even if you hit it from the back, you can still open them if you face the back. It's completely dependent on where you're facing when you touch the chests. Same thing here. Grab the 4 chests. And just sort of start swimming where the star spawns.
Here we go!
Alright, the other through the jet stream star now. This one's a little bit silly, because there's rings, and the star's further down, closer to the ground, so this one's a bit harder. If you really struggle with this one, what you can do in HMC is get the metal cap switch, and then just get the metal cap, and do it normally. If you really struggle with this one, so it's not too bad if you can't get it. I would recommend going for it though. Not that bad. I'll get you through it. I did miss it in this run, as you'll see. Like, I did miss getting it all in one go. Just to show you how to back it up. So you want to get the 5 rings. Spawn it. Now, if you are on GameCube control like I was, you'll have to do a bit of a claw maneuver to hold C up and up on the joystick at the same time, whilst pressing A periodically. As you can see, I missed it, so you want to sort of turn around. And eventually, with a bit of effort, you can get it, with a bit of persistence. Just make sure your swimming timing is good. Okay, collect the caps. This one's easy. Gotta do the swimming each time. Sadly. Okay.
Here we go!
Normally you're meant to get both of the caps, so you get the metal cap and the vanish cap at the same time, but you can just swim through the cage. Okay, now we've got Board Bowser's sub. The reason we do this one as late as possible is because the portal is about to go back very far. But you'll see what happens. We can't do Manta Ray's rings, or whatever it's called, Manta Ray's reward or something, until after this one, because it doesn't unlock. Until after we collect the sub star, so... we have to grab this star now, because it'll get rid of the sub. Okay.
Here we go!
And you'll see the portal's going to move back. See how far back the portal is now? Meaning we can enter Fire Sea if we want, but we won't be doing that because we've got one more star left. And then we'll be going to Fire Sea. So, Manta Ray's reward. This is an awful star. Now, if you can go for that ring there, which I didn't do. I just went for these ones. After these 5 here, so this one here and the next 4, they start to get really broken. So from this one onwards, they're kind of broken. They're really hard to actually go through. So do your best to go through them. Go through them fast as well. Make sure they're fully formed and you're swimming through them fast, and you should get through them every time. That's the secret. See. And the star spawns here, and you can turn around and go straight into it.
Here we go!
Okay. Now for Bowser in the Fire Sea. Plus reds. Okay, so this is normal cycle that I'm going to demonstrate here. Pretty straightforward. Do the same lava boost again. Now, we're trying to make a cycle that is like 20 seconds each cycle, so do your best to make it. As you can see, I'm going to make it with plenty of time. And now we're here. So we're waiting for this to go up. It's like 15 to 20 seconds each time you don't make it. Okay. This is what I recommend you do as well. Saves a lot of time. Saves like 10 seconds. So you side flip into this. Dive, roll out. When you roll out on a slope that's this steep, you roll out instantly. And then side flip. And then wall kick of those two there. Where I did. And excuse me, I did not roll out instantly. I had a full rollout. So side flip around there, about halfway up. Wall kick off those two. You can go up normally if you need to, but I recommend you do it like that, because then these things sort of just stay there. And your goal is to get hit by this lava here, after this red coin here. You kind of want to do that. And then go into the heart. The faster you go into a heart, the more you heal. And then just grab the star. Give me 1 sec. Alright, hello.
Here we go!
Now go into Fire Sea. Or the Bowser, I mean. Just wait and you'll jump over him. Try not to miss, because this one sucks if you miss. I did not miss here. Cool. Talk to the dude. And then collect the key. Now we're going upstairs. Now, you'll note that we split on door touch, because it's just like a universal thing. Pretty much every route collects everything downstairs and then goes upstairs. So it's like a universal custom to split on door touch. So you'll split about now. The 109 upstairs, which is pretty cool. Didn't think it would be that good. So what you want to do is go into the high painting here, because now the water's at its highest point. Because we're going to do downtown first. Okay, so it'll help you if you go a little bit slow here. Well, we'll find out shortly whether I did secrets with reds or sorry, if I did hundreds with reds or with secrets. You're going to find out very shortly. So for here, it'll help you if you go a bit slower. That's why I sort of went into the wall a little bit, because here, if you go too fast, you'll end up past the vanish cap box and it's a bit hard to collect. So try and go a bit slower here so the water finishes when you're sort of right under it. Then you can side flip like this. Then you can catch it when you side flip onto that wall there. Side flip onto this thing here. And then do that. You can long jump from this slope when you're walking down it. So walk down the roof a little bit and then long jump and grab that ledge and then make it up like that. Pretty straightforward. Okay, now we are doing the 100 coin star. And we are doing it with reds, by the way. So if you know 70 star, you can do hundreds and secrets if you want to. And then just do the red coins on their own. However, this is Not that bad. I like this route a lot more. You've got a lot more room to play with. So you don't even need that spider there, which is good. In this route, you don't even need that spider. Just collect the first spider, collect the blue coins, and then collect this ring. Make your way up here. Okay. This is the hard part, which is not even that hard. Mario Cam, see down here, and then sort of aim this way. Don't triple jump off this slope, because you'll bonk into this invisible wall here. What you want to do is do a kick after the double jump, so you'll land up here, and then do like a jump dive. And then you should just be able to hold upright and slide straight into the hole. So we'll play that again. Like that. You can ledge grab. It's pretty unlikely that you won't make it. If your angle's even slightly decent, you'll be fine because you can ledge grab the edge of this. So I was way higher than I needed to be, technically. I mean, you'd want to try and not ledge grab, of course, but if you have to, it's not a big deal at all. So, a very linear strat, that. Okie dokie. Now, this one's a bit tough as well. You have to make it up to the top before the water goes down. So hit the switch, or hit the crystal, swim up, and then jump out onto the top here. You can ledge grab as well, if you need to. If you don't miss that, what you want to do is go around and wall kick between this building here and this red building here. Wall kick on the way, all the way up. That's the backup. Okay, what you want to do is jump into this box, not side flip. If you side flip into a box, it won't break. Or this particular box, I mean. Because the one that we'll do in a minute here will break. Okay, so this one will break. Grab the coin. Make your way up. Okay. Now you can do a little cool strat here. Okay, I didn't end up doing it. You can do a strat here. What you do if the star spawns close enough to the wall, what you can do is hug the wall and then hold A and you'll get a little star dance clip. So I'm touching the wall right now. See how I'm touching the wall there? And I'm going to hold A. And if you're within range to ledge grab this thing, so ledge grab this bit here, you'll get a little ledge grab up there. Which is pretty cool. Skip a little section. And there we go. Hundreds plus reds. But now we've got to do secrets on their own. Which is what we're going to do now. Okay, so I'll center the camera, Mario Cam C down. Push this in. Get a wall kick off that box. Okay. And there we go. Now, I should point out, if you're on JP, it's very easy to get sound glitch here. I'll show you how to avoid it real quick. You want to position yourself, you want to hold down right, long jump, and you want to be mashing A whilst holding down right. And you'll be able to avoid sound glitch. The sound glitch is pretty easy to get there. Not fun. I don't know exactly what causes it, but I know that's how you avoid it. Okay, what are we doing now? Express elevator. Just break the box. Now, to do this triple jump thing, be on the edge here, sort of right before the slope starts. Triple jump up, and you'll make it up. Land on this. And then just ride the elevator up. You can go for the wall kicks if you want to, but not really a need to. There we go. Okay, shocking arrow lifts. What we're doing next. I probably should point out that you have to go in very low to get the water to be at the lowest level. You have to be basically as low as you possibly can. You'll see what I do next in top of the town. So there's a warp here. You jump off, break this. Okay, so you'll see now I'm going to enter the water higher because I need the water to be midway. So see how high I went in there? And you'll see the water will be up higher. You need to be as low as possible to get the water to be at the lowest point, which is what you need to do. Okie dokie. So turn the camera here. This long jump is easy. Pretty straightforward. Just make your way up. Cool. THI. This is a bit of a tough one. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, you got this. Okay, we're doing secrets first. So this clip here, pretty straightforward. If you just screw around with it just a little bit, you'll be able to get it very easily. So you, sort of around here, you just side flip and you'll be able to clip straight through this. So grab the secret in front of the bowling ball thing. Next secret is in front of this little mouse hole. Next secret is in front of that. Next secret is in front of the cannon hole. And then just sort of do that. Now, the camera will screw you up here if you try and change it, so don't change the camera here. So just leave the camera alone, and you'll be able to make this up every time. This is a bit of a tough jump here if you don't know what you're doing. So know which way. You want to have this grassy slope to your right. Mario Cam, walk off, and then once you're very close to the end, that's when you want to jump. Now, do not dive under any circumstances. I'm telling you this now. Do not dive under any circumstances. Your speed will be completely lost. Go down there. Jump. Hold A the entire way. And if you do it right, you'll be able to skip the ledge grab. But if you need a ledge grab, doesn't matter at all. Now, if you desperately can't do this strat, I'll show you what you do. Okay. Now, to the left of you, over here, I have to do it here because I couldn't really see it before. To the left of you, there's a button next to the piranha plant pipe. There's a button there, which will give you a bridge over there if you can't do this. Also, one more thing I'll point out. Don't ledge grab too far to the right here. If you ledge grab too far to the right, you'll warp. You'll warp away, which is not good. You don't want to warp away. There it is. You saw the button there. There's the button there. If you hit that button, a bridge will spawn in. Okay. Now for 100 coins plus reds. Go side flip, grab this coin. Side flip that Mini Cooper. Okay, so this camera here, you can sort of turn it around and it'll face the right way. So hold up, jump, and jump dive once you land on the slope, and you should be able to grab all those coins. You need 11 going into this pipe, I believe. But if you have 14, perfect. Okay, now, ground pound these Goombas, and you will get the blue coin. Try and ground... If you press A and Z on the same frame, you'll get a ground pound. And you can't possibly not You can't possibly jump on this guy. But if you A and Z on the same frame, that is ideal. So I'll show you. So yeah, I see our A and Z on the same frame. That is the trick to always getting it. Easier than it looks once you get the hang of it. So I should do it again here, hopefully. I did not, but you do have a little bit of leeway, so it's not like you have to. Don't try and just don't jump on him, otherwise you won't. Just don't jump on the big Goombas, otherwise you won't get a blue coin out of them. Okay, depending on where these guys are, you might be able to lure all three of them into the same spot, but sometimes they'll go on a little wander like this one did. Walk around the pole. 5 coins there. Now, if you sort of do what I did there, you can trick the guys to coming at the same time. A bit hard. And sometimes the coins will go into the water, but fortunately, we have enough. So now we need 64 coins before we go up this wall. See how I missed 3, so we do need 11 going into that pipe. Okay, now, fortunately, if the Goomba gets in your way here, you can't really kill the Goombas on the shell unless you like try really hard. If you sort of plow through it like that, it'll just not work. Sometimes if they're on the slope, it can be a bit annoying. So you do need that Goomba. And now into the cave. Now this, it's best to just play it safe. So if you are scared, do this slowly. Because if you die, you lose all the coins and have to do this whole star again. Okay, so just walk off. Jump down and do a triple jump into the wall kick. And then grab the star. Probably one of the harder stars in upstairs before we get to Tippy, I would say. Okay, now we're doing Wiggler. Now, there is a strat I was made aware of after I made this run. So I will point it out to you once we get to it. You just sort of do a triple jump like that. Enter the pipe. Now, you can silly kick up this wall here. You can silly kick up this wall here if you want to. I did not know you could do that until after I made this guide, because I've always done mountain clip. So, it turns out you can. But it doesn't matter if you just want to go around like that. Alright, let's get the famous linguini breath. Star doesn't spawn on the very center of this thing. Kind of annoyingly. Okie dokie. Now we've got the box star, top of the island. Top of the huge island or something. I can't remember what it's called. You see, this clip is used in, I think, in all stars except Piranha. Except the Piranha Plant star. Okay, so same sort of movement as before. Same principle with the side flip, by the way, of us storing the direction that we talked about in SSL hundreds. And just grab the box star. Now, this star, we're going to do the Piranha Plant star now. Wait here a little bit. You sort of just have to know where they spawn. Not much I can really teach you here. Except this one, last one spawns in late, so you sort of have to wait a minute. Pretty straightforward. Okay, now, Koopa race. We rematch with Koopa the Crick. Quick. We do this star last, but you need to do it after star 1 and 2 has been completed, because you need to select star 3. So I recommend you just do it last, just to be safe. So you need to do the first 2 stars before you can do this star, at least. And Piranha Plant, the Piranha Plant star we just did is the first star in the level. Okay, so just make your way over to the guy. And there we go. Just try and win as fast as you can, because he'll speed up. Now there are manipulations you can do to determine where this where the Koopa ends his race, but I wouldn't worry about it. Some of them are a bit risky, like hanging onto the edge. And there we go, THI is all done. Now we've got TTM. So start with Upstairs Toad. If you run into him a little bit, then it'll make it so you can talk to him, because when you go up to him, you can't talk to him straight away. Interestingly, in the Japanese version, he spawns without clothes on, and the clothes spawn in shortly after. So in Japanese, once the clothes spawn in, you can then talk to Toad. Now, okay, I need to talk about this. This clip is worth it because you do it 3 times in this run. So, I'm going to talk about it real quick. So, spawn in, go jump forward, and I'll go back a little bit because I want to show you the little visual cue. Okay, this white dot here is where you want to aim for here. This white dot is where I want to aim for. So hold up, jump kick, and sort of aim for the white dot. Walk down the ledge a little bit, and then long jump. Now, do you see this this brown line here is where you want to aim for. Turn the camera, do a C left, and then this is where you want to jump dive. Sort of where this little M here is. And then you want to jump dive, hold up the whole way, and if you do it right, you should just clip straight to the top. So we'll go through that one more time. Get to the white dot, long jump, turn the camera. Once you're about there, jump dive. I should also note that if you hold Z, you can jump dive a frame earlier, which can be helpful. So hold Z throughout this whole thing. Then jump dive, land in the water, and you should clip straight up. And then swim directly up and jump out of the water, and you'll clip back up into ground here. Okay? If you can't do that, just go up the breeze that we do in the last star of this level, which we'll get to, don't worry. And then just walk your way over. Now you want to make your way up here. You do silly kicks up there by holding A and mashing B. Okay, so what you want to do here, sort of side flip up there. You want to stand back a bit because this is a bit of a hard side flip. Like, this is a bit tight to make, so you want to sort of give yourself a bit of room so you have as much height as you can to actually be able to make it up here. Turn the camera here, then slide kick off the edge, and you'll be able to ledge grab onto this thing here, which is pretty nice. So now you avoid ledge grabbing onto this stuff here, but you'll be able to ledge grab down here. So I'll just go through that one more time. I really want to do good commentary for this one. Jump dive, long jump, turn the camera, jump dive, hold Z throughout the way, and you'll clip straight in. Swim up until you clip back into bounds. Try and dive into that fly guy so it doesn't bother you. Be careful, the camera's a bit dodgy there when you change it back, when you're about to go into the log. So just be prepared for it. Slide kick and ledge grab onto here. Alright. Now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to get top of the mountain. I think that's what the star's called. Scale the mountain, that's right. The same principle, jump dive. I'd like to make an actual tutorial on these 3 stars here. Like more in-depth tutorial. Including log wall kick, but I won't bother here. So same principle, everything up to this point was the same. this point, you want to turn around, do a triple jump dive into the star. The same thing. And for the monkey star, we won't be doing monkey glitch in this run. Lucky you. You can put off learning that for a little while, but I would recommend picking it up relatively soon. I recommend probably sub 150 is when you should pick it up. Probably not. Maybe sub 155 is when you should pick it up. It's not that hard. Simply has a good tutorial on it. So everything's the same. Make your way up to the top. Do your long jump. Silly kick on up. Do your triple jump up here. But what you want to do is grab the monkey, which is a bit tough. So what I usually did is go back onto all time. So you sort of want to push him into the corner and he'll jump over you, behind you. And if you're going, if you're inching forward on the control stick enough, you won't have to do the turnaround animation. You can just sort of turn around like I did there. So if you just inch the controller ever so slightly, you can do instant turnarounds like that. And then once he lands, just punch and you'll grab him pretty straightforward. And then just click free him and make your way down. Now, avoid this grey slope at all costs. So just make your way down slowly. Do not go onto this grey slope. What's going to happen is you're going to get so much speed, you're going to fly straight off the mountain. It's happened to me. It's not fun. So try and avoid it. If you can, just avoid the grey slope. You've got plenty of time to get down here. So talk to the monkey. He'll jump into the cage and break it for you. And you can grab the star.
Here we go!
Okie dokie. Now we've got the box jump star. Pretty straightforward. I'll get you through it. To your left, long jump forward. I like to Mario cam here so the angle's right. What you want to do here is you want to stand here and aim the camera like that. And sort of change the camera like that. Don't see what I did. I think I did C right, C left. Yeah, C right, C left. And what you want to do is take note of the dark side of the box. You want to make sure Mario's full body is covering it from this angle. So you want to sort of walk forward to it and then press B to grab it. Sort of like that. You can see Mario is pretty much covering the entire dark side of the box. That's when you want to grab it. And then you're in the right spot and the right angle. Hold left. So C left, hold left the whole way. Right until he bounces on the third one, and then switch to holding right. And you should be able to roll out straight into the star. So I'll play through that one more time. So grab it, hold left, hold right, roll out into the star. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, now we're going to do hundreds plus reds. Probably heard another splice there. The timing's accurate, it's just sometimes the audio cues are a bit messed up. So there's 8 coins here, plus the 5 in the box. Now do your side flip dives to get up. Now for that, make sure you side flip pretty much halfway between the 2 walls here. Then you can do that. Now just jump across the mushrooms. Don't need to do any fancy dives or rollouts. Just jump across. Jump, kick. Okay, for this, long jump as close to the edge as possible and left of the coins. That way you won't bonk into the roof, which is not fun. If you need to, just like grab the coins. You don't even technically need these coins because we've got the box. However, it's okay. So just do that sort of movement, and one more time. Yeah, just go left and long jump as close to the edge as possible, and you should be fine. But you do want to try and get all those coins there, because that way you can skip doing this funny long jump, which is awesome. So, if you, on the bridge above you, if you do the side flip wall kick that we did at the end of Scale the Mountain and Monkey Star, there's 5 coins on the bridge that you can get here as a backup if you need to. Normally you will kick off this wall here, but I omitted that in this run. We're just gonna go straight into the wall. 39 coins is ideal because we're gonna skip one. You need to skip one. You cannot get 90. You cannot get 100 coins on this slide. So if you have 39, take note here. If you've got 39, skip a coin. Skip at least one coin, so you'll have 99 or less coming out. So you'll see what we do. I'll show you. If you have 38, get all the coins. If you've got 40, just skip 2 coins. So just know that you need to have less than 100 coins coming out of the slide because you don't want the 100 coin star to spawn on the slide. That would be very bad. Okay. Okay, so this is normally the one you skip if you got 39 coins. So you skip this one. Now, it's worth noting that when you are on this slide, if you land on the sloped area, you don't get the little bounce. So see how I landed straight on the slide? If I landed on this flat bit here, I would have gotten a little bounce and probably bounced over these coins. So you'll see what happens here. I think there's a bouncing section. Yeah, see, like that. That's the sort of bounce you'll get if you land on the block on the flare area. Anyway, we've got 99 coins, which is perfect. Slide kick, roll out over the edge. This is the breeze star I was talking about before, by the way. Because to the right of you is where you have to go for the other stars if you can't do mountain clip, but yeah. And then just kill one of the bombs. There is, to the right of you, there's a bridge which has 5 coins on it if you're short, and there's also the chucker which has another 5 coins. So you've got plenty of coins. But hopefully you only need to get 1 of these bombs, or 2 or 3. If you need 3 coins, just go get the chucker, or the 5 on the bridge. If you need 2 coins, just kill 2 bombs. It's probably the best. And finally, last note about this star is to avoid the invisible wall, bear right a little bit. So see how I went right a little bit? Sort of avoided it. There's an invisible wall there that you'll probably hit at least once if you don't know how to avoid it. So just bear right and you'll avoid it every time.
Here we go!
Now for the final star.
Let's go!
So this is the breeze, of course, I was talking about. You can see that way over there. That is where the log is up there. So just jump on up there if you need to. I would highly recommend doing mountain clip though. But in this case, we're just going to jump down here and grab the star without having to complete the slide, which is very nice. And now we're on to SL. Nearly done. We're 80% done almost. Well, what, we're like, I don't think we're 75% done? I don't know. Math. I think we're 75% done. Okay, so SL100s, probably the most RNG heavy star in the game. So first 2 coins here, the third coin here is our money bags. 96 is 80%. Oh, of course it is. I got confused. I thought it was, yeah, 20 times 5 is 100. My bad. Okie doke. So, you can miss 1 coin in this, which I did here, as you can see. With this route, you can miss 1 coin, which actually turns out to be very useful. So just go punch these guys. I could have gotten that coin there, but I didn't because I wanted to demonstrate that you can miss 1 coin. So you probably just want to get 1 coin here. Grab that 1 coin there. Side flip over. I'll go back and explain this triple jump, I think. But move the camera around here. Triple jump dive up to here. Get as high as you can on the triple jump. And then make your way into the igloo. Punch this guy. This igloo is terrible. So just do your best to not walk into too many walls. Alright, there we go. It's also worth noting, actually, that I will note real quick. When you enter the igloo, hold neutral a little bit before you start moving. Do not buffer this direction, otherwise you're going to go straight back out. Because this game is amazingly programmed. This game was programmed by mature adults who knew what they were doing. Therefore, if you hold down while in the cutscene, or sorry, in the transition, you'll just go straight back out. So you want to hold neutral ever so slightly before you start moving. A bit hard to see that because I didn't do it here. Because I did do it here, but you can see it's because it's blocked by the black screen. So just hold neutral until you actually start moving. Okay, where am I going now? Okay, so ground pound onto this guy after getting those coins there. You can ground pound all of these guys, by the way. It's probably more consistent, but punching them saves a little bit of time, and you do it a lot, so. Okay. This guy here, he's a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing. You need to lure this guy over to you, because the water gets deeper the closer you get to this wall. So you need to make sure this guy comes over to you a little bit, so he's on shallow water, so you can actually bounce on him like that. Okay? So wait for him to come over to you a bit. He came over, so you can actually bounce on him. Okay, so grab the shell. Jump down. What I did here was grab these two spin drifts before getting the money bags, because the money bags is bad. And if you break the shell, you're screwed, pretty much. If you break the shell before you grab these two red coins, you're screwed because you can't get another shell and the coin is under the bully platform. There's a very hard backup, but just don't break the shell, okay? And then come back. It doesn't matter if you break the shell now, but try not to. And then just kill the money bags. And you can miss, you can miss 2 coins. Excuse me. You can miss 2 coins with this route. And now we've got 97. And there's a cheeky little snowman over here. This is when you want to break the shell. And grab the stars.
Here we go!
Okay, so hundreds plus spreads is almost half the level. Okay. Now we're going for Snowman's big head. So, you triple jump up here. Side flip, jump dive over the edge here. Now this one here, you want to make sure you do your side flip far back, because you need the height here. Too many people do it too close to the wall, and it makes me very sad, because this is not a difficult jump if you know what you're doing. So do your side flip far back, or sorry, far out from the wall, and you'll have enough height to actually make it up.
Here we go!
Okie doke. Igloo's the same principle as before until we get up there, or to get up there. You triple jump. You side flip, dive over. And then enter the igloo. Same thing again with not holding... I did it because I timed it pretty well. Yeah. But you actually want to make sure you hold neutral for at least a frame before you start moving. Okay. Mario Cam helps in this section. Now just walk around. 100 stars. We are 83.33333% done. Good job, you, if you got this far. You're doing great. Okay, now we're going to go for the box star. The last 3 stars are very easy. So, get a little chilling for a minute. Come over here. This is what I recommend most people do. Sort of kick over the edge there and do silly kicks over here. And then just ground pound into the box like that.
Here we go!
And now we got in the deep freeze. I'm pretty sure this is the shortest star in the whole run. If you do this, land on it, and make sure you hold Z again because you can jump earlier. So you want to long jump and make sure you hold out this Z press, because when you're holding Z and you land on a slope, you can jump 1 frame earlier, which in this case might actually save you. So you can press A 1 frame earlier and then just dive straight in. So make sure to carry out that Z press. Now we've got chill with the bully. This one's pretty straightforward. Same concept as in LLL. You want to make sure you hit him and he'll go the way you want him to go. He'll go the way you're facing. Fortunately, you can just do that because this is a slippery thing. And you'll just hit him over and over again into the icy water. And just grab the star. Alrighty, tippy time. We've got 2 main stages left and 2 little sub stages. So let's do it. So we're going to start with Wing Mario over the rainbow. Bit of a tough one. You only do it in this category, really. Except for like all red coin stars, because it's pretty obscure. But I'll give you some tips, hopefully. So triple jump, fly down here. Remember, the wing cap lasts 1 minute, so if you don't think you can do this stage in a minute, if you don't think you can do the rest of this in under a minute, then get some of the backups. There's backup boxes everywhere. But you'll see, I'm pretty sure I did do it. I'm pretty sure I didn't get an extra one. Yeah, I'm just doing triple jump over here. So this is probably the wing cap box I would recommend you get. It's the one that's closest to it. It's the one that's closest to where you're going. So, okay. You want to hold right for this one. Hold right until, like, pretty much you're under the sun. Hold directly right and then press A once you're under the sun. You don't need to change your height at all. You'll make it every time. You've got plenty of height. So hold right. Once you're pretty much under the sun, shoot. And you'll make this. Okay, this next shot is a little bit more involved, but it's okay. I'll show you what to do. So what you want to do is make sure you can't see the poles anymore. You'll see the poles that you hit. Now I can't see the poles anymore. This is where you want to shoot. That is high enough. I'll just go one more time. Yeah, poles are gone. Shoot. Easy peasy. You can also get this wing cap box if you want to. But I think I took this pretty safe. Okay, for this coin here, go way lower than you think you need to. Remember the principle that we talked about where the coins is... It's not really a principle, it's a mechanic, I guess. But the coin hitbox, you'll collect the coin if it's high above you. Because the hitbox extends way up when you're flying. And same thing here. Make sure you go lower than you think, as low as you can, because otherwise you're going to grab this pole and it sucks. So try and avoid grabbing the pole. So go low. If you need to, if you realize that you're not going to grab it, you can ground pound and you'll probably grab it there. But you should be okay. And there we go. I didn't need to grab the box. I think I still had like 10 seconds left. Okie doke. Now we're going to TTC. So you want to make sure, so how this works is, in all of the stars in this run at least, we're going to be going in with the clock is touching the 12. So you want to make sure the clock is hitting the 12 each time. In this case, because the clock is currently moving right now, we've got a little bit of time. So, we can go in a lot quicker. So you can do that movement to get in time. If you can't get in there in time, wait till the clock does another cycle. Wait till the big hand does a 1 minute cycle again. But we've got the stopped. But because now we're going to go for hundreds coins plus thwomp. Plus stomp on the thwomp. Okay. Probably one of the hardest stars in the run as well. I'd probably say top 5 at least. Well, I think I broke it down pretty well. So, Let's do it. To collect those coins, side flip up here. You can miss 2 coins with this route. So jump down here. This one here, this is a bit of a tough jump, but we do it, I believe, 3 times in this run, so definitely worth doing. So do a triple jump. So start about here. Start about there. Do a triple jump here. Want to sort of aim back a little bit to get as much height as possible. And then you can grab this ledge here. Skip a big section. Sometimes the amp will be in the way. Grab those coins there. Okay. For this one, what you want to do is the camera will pan around on its own. Hold left and you want to aim for this pipe thing here. Whatever this is. This bar. This light spot here. And wall kick. And you should be able to get up every time. Then do a double jump over the edge and ground pound once your shadow goes above the blue coin switch. Turn around. Mario Cam C down here is very useful because the camera is dodgy over here. Long jump over here. No triple jump wall kick for us today. Just make your way on up. Ground pound over this box so you can get the coins out of it. Make your way up. Okay. Playing it pretty safe, I think. It doesn't matter that we're doing it kind of slowly because this is 120 because you have to do it. If I was doing this in 70, it would not be worth it doing it this slowly. But for 120, it's okay because this is a hard star. There we go. We're through. Definitely the hardest star on this stage. The rest of them are not too bad. It's a fun stage to practice at least. What's the little one-up sound? Okay, that was a bit ballsy. I don't know if I should have done that. You can, of course, just go around. However, I did a fancy little wall kick off that thing to make my way up here. Can just walk around normally. Do the same sort of triple jump. Same principle about doing... about, like, buffering the direction of the side flip. As before. Okay. Side flip, wall kick in between those bars. And then grab the star. Not too bad. And now we're going for get a hand. Okay. Now wall kick on that. Now you have a lot of room to wall kick. You can take this angle very wide as well, by the way, because of how this is placed. But yeah. But be careful of the invisible wall there. Sometimes you just get invisible. It's not fun. But that's probably the best way to get in. To that little area there. Okay. Now we're doing roll into the cage. Same sort of principles as before. Now we're doing pit in the pendulums. Pretty much this, it's the same sort of thing going up there, so don't really need to talk about it too much. See what I'm saying about this wall kick though? It's like triple jump wall kick here. You learn it, you'll save time on 4 different stars. Okay, but now we're going up here. Same thing as before, where you let the camera pan around and you aim for this bar. This time you're just going to go up here and grab the star. Final star. The red coin star. No moving reds today. Just lag. They just sort of follow the movement. It's probably the easiest way to do that star fast. And there we go. Rainbow Ride. Final main stage. First we've got to get Tippy Toad.
Here we go.
Alright, so. Cruiser crossing the rainbow. This is how... You need to get up to the ship twice in this run. So you'll see it after the next star. So after hundreds and big house in the sky. You'll see the alternate strat. But this is how I recommend you get up to the ship. You do this strat. So how you do that is... excuse me. Too much water. Okay, so this... like a little black spot here. That's where you want to do your triple jump. And you sort of want to aim to the right a little bit to try and get onto this wall here, to the left side of this wall here. Sometimes you can wall kick off the corner. And then you want to land up here, turn the camera. Long jump down here, you won't take any damage. If you can't do that, by the way, I'll show you the alternate strat a bit later when you can see the pole. There's a pole there that you should grab if you can't do that strat. Okay, make your way up here. So, wall kick here, and if you do it right, you can sort of aim right, and you go around the wall there to get up. Now what I recommend you do, this is how I recommend you get to the ship. I will demonstrate the alternate strat shortly, but this is how I recommend you get to the ship. So, you do a side flip, wall kick onto this, then what you do is you ledge grab this, that'll make it so your speed is consistent. And then right before you hit the edge, don't do it exactly as you hit the edge because you'll bonk. Right barely before you hit the edge is when you want a long jump. And you'll be able to hold completely right and ledge grab this. That's how I recommend you do this strat. However, I'll demonstrate the other strat when I do the other star. So, and just long jump over here and grab the star. What I recommend you do. Not that hard. I believe in you. But now we're going to do the fun star. 100 coins plus big house in the sky. The final 100 coin star of the run. Fortunately, a lot of this one's waiting. So I'm going to skip the... You can skip the fly guy if you want, which is what I did here. You can also go for it, but usually, sometimes you won't get it. And I think the manipulation is a bit tough. So you can just skip it like I did here. No biggie. Okay, grab all the coins there. But there's a Goomba there that you can grab if you aren't feeling it. You can also keep going right here, and because there's 5 coins on the bridge. If you want some more coins. There's backup coins all over the place. But here's the annoying part. Get all the coins there and try and ground pound into this guy. If you do it in the center, you have a higher chance of the coins not going off the edge. Because for this route, you need to have 36 at this point. At least. So now we're going to do the red coin maze again. Or not again, we're going to do it for the first time. We'll be doing it again shortly. Just sort of follow your way through the maze. And if you can avoid it, try and avoid grabbing the last one so you don't get the star spawn cutscene. Because you need 50 at this point. However, if you need more coins, you can either grab this red one here to play it safe, or you can go for this bob-omb here, which will give you an extra coin if you need to. So there's backup coins all over the place. Okay, so I think the side flip is a bit precise and a bit risky, so I recommend just sort of taking it wide and doing a jump into the blue coin. And this way you can grab all the blue coins like that. That's quite tight, that one. So do definitely practice that. And try and get all the blue coins. Now open the cannon. Make sure you open the cannon. It's very important. And now we're going to do the same thing we did in Cruiser. Except you're going to go around the edge here. Grab those coins there and land on the carpet. And now you're just going to follow the carpet along. Now we've got a little minute. I've live for 3 hours, 13 minutes. Goodness. What the hell is that noise? Okie doke. Oh, I don't think I showed that. Yeah, you want to grab the 5 coins here. And then jump back onto it. Now, the fire won't hit you on this first one. It's too low. It will hit you on the second one, though, if you're not careful, so I'll show you how to avoid it when we get there. Also, this is the point where you want to have 95 coins after this ring here. You need exactly 95 coins here. Because of you're going to be collecting coins on the moving carpet. So it's a bit scary. Actually, you don't really need to have them, to be honest. But here's what you do. You just mash A. Just mash A. And you won't get, like, launched off the carpet. So don't try and do any ground pounds because you probably end up backflipping. Okay, so once you're down here. And the fire is gone. That's when you want to sort of make your way over to here. Sit on the platform until the carpet comes back around. And then jump back onto it. To avoid the fire. Fire goes away, walk off, land here, wait for the carpet to come back. That's how you avoid getting flamed. Now we're here. And grab the star.
Here we go!
Jump back in. We're doing swinging somewhere over the rainbow now. Okay, so this is the pole that you can do. I didn't actually realize I attempted the pole, or I demonstrated the pole grab. But this is the pole grab you can do if you want to. It is, of course, fast to do the triple jump at the start, but there's the pole grab if you want to do it. And I will now show you the alternate strat to get to the ship. It's pretty similar to the one we did in the 100 coin star. The same thing, getting up to here. But sort of long jump over here. And then you sort of make your way over there. You can just long jump straight from there to the second carpet. I don't know why I went to this carpet. But just make your way over here. Climb the pole. And then do a side flip dive. And then we're up here again. So I would also recommend doing the cruise across in the rainbow strat for that. But it's okay if you can't do it. It's Rainbow Ride. It's at the very end of the run. But I don't blame you. Just thought I'd show off both strats. Okay, I should point out where you want to shoot. Well, shoot where I shot, pretty much. You don't need to move left or right at all. So just kind of shoot when the bottom of the triangle is about to touch the rainbow. Not precise at all. If you need to, you can shoot towards the pole. Goodness, I'm all sniffly.
Here we go!
Okie dokie. Those are the four hardest stars for sure. Next three are pretty easy. In my opinion. Now we've got the red coin star. It's the same thing as in hundreds, except we're going to get the last coin this time. So triple jump, wall kick, hold left. Side flip up here. That fire speed is pretty easy to avoid. Because he doesn't go in a straight line. Alright, tricky triangles. You can of course use the poles for all of these, but I hope you can see why it's good to do the triple jump. Because you do it a lot and it saves a lot of time. So I think it saves like 20 to 30 seconds combined if you do them all. So we're up here now. Now what you want to do is long jump, and then if you're straight forward, if you're angled straight forward, you should be able to just long jump again, and you'll have full speed, and you just sort of move in the air, and you'll ledge grab onto this. Side flip over. Be careful you don't get the clip. Like, if one of these things goes down a little bit, and you jump right into the other one, sometimes you won't get this jump, and your jump will get eaten. So just be careful of that. Just make your way to the start. Alrighty, now for swinging in the breeze. Same thing again. Except we're coming this way now. This one's pretty straightforward. You have plenty of time to make this cycle. So, you're fine. And just make your way to the end. There we go. 119 stars. Let's do this. And for Bowser in the sky. Okay, so wall kick off the box and you can grab that coin. I recommend you go for this jump. It's pretty straightforward if you line it up properly. Remember in DDD 100s where I told you if you press B shortly after the triple jump, then you'll gain a little bit more distance. Same thing here. So press B shortly after the triple jump. Grab that coin. And jump off so you land on this platform here. Do some winning. Not ideal movement, but it's okay. Wait for the flame to go away. Alright. Make your way back here and backflip. Just hold down, you can do a backflip to land on the pole consistently. Just wait for whatever cycle you're on. It doesn't really matter. Okay. There we go, 120. Now for Bowser throws. Not much advice I can give to you other than spin fast. The faster you spin, the faster he'll go, and if you can do it in 3 spins like that, that's very good. Okay, so another thing you can do is you long jump down and then you side flip dive into the guy, into the tail. Grab it a bit sooner. And then, after 3 throws, hit 3 bombs, talk to him, and then you win. GG. Alrighty. That is the run. We did it. We got through it. yeah, not too much else to say, but I hope that this helped you. And I'm also quite glad that we got through it and there's no mistakes in the editing. But yeah, hope this run was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on this video or DM me on Twitter @FireGoesFast. So yeah, thank you for watching.